So as far as the self-help is concerned, obviously the message center. So we have a number of different videos on the message center and all the stuff I'm going to be talking to you today about. So message center is pretty simple. As soon as you log in, I'm sure the majority of you have seen these messages. It says you have a message waiting in the message center for you. These can be very important messages. Some of these can be server health messages. Some of these can be unbilled feed. So if you have a number of unread messages, I would strongly encourage you to go through those messages. As soon as you highlight the message, it will go away. So if I were to send a message to myself and then log out and log back in. As soon as you log back in, you'll see the message will pop up. So this is what you'll see, and a lot of people just kind of push through this, and if you don't, you will find some good information. This is not good information, but as soon as you highlight this, it'll go into an archive state and it'll be tossed behind in the background. So if you have multiple messages, just select one and hit the down key, and then eventually all those 300 that are sitting there waiting for you to be read will be pushed into the back, and then you can move on with real messages. So
you can send a note to the next guy that's feeding.
Absolutely, yep. If you want to send, like if you're shipping or you want to put things on Optiflex, we use that. Processing, so for the processing crew, any way that we can use these tools to help communicate, if it's not a text. Really nice part about this is if we wanted to set a future date, so I can send a new message and I can send it to Chet, who happens to be driving the feed truck, and I can tell him we're going to put pen 3, 4, and 5 on Optiflex on Monday. You can hold the send button, and you can send it either as an urgent message or you can set a future date. So if I wanted to set it into the future, go ahead and do that. So you could, in theory, when you bring your cattle in, you set your Optiflex dates. When you set up your lot protocol, you can have that trigger date, and the feed guy will get that message the day he logs in. So that's a simple way of doing it. Obviously, we'll put some more systems in place where we can make sure that we have a few other avenues for that. The lot protocol window is kind of the main tool we'd use for that, for sure. Yeah.
So you have to log in and out in order to get the message, or what about the urgent message?
Urgent message.
You want it to pop up right away?
Yeah, urgent message is. So if you know that I'm working at the barn and you want to send whatever message to me, you would send a message. You'd create a new message, and so let's select my name here and add whatever message you want, and then we will hold down the send button and we'll send it as an urgent message. And as I'm working in the barn, it'll pop up. But on top of that, very shortly, because I have it hooked up, I'll get a message on my phone as well. So you can set up in your contacts a phone number and a carrier, and then if they're out in the yard or whatever, depending on their carrier, obviously, it's a pretty handy little feature. So yeah. So. With that, yeah, there's also some view options. You can view all the messages, so you can look back at old messages. You can copy into the clipboard. It's just a nice tool for accomplishing some pretty simple stuff. Next up, we've got our email list. So Christina is probably our biggest user on the email list. I would love to encourage people to use that more and more. This is a completely free and building database of information and help and self-support. So it's basically like taking this room and putting it on a piece of paper in front of you. all the ideas and different solutions that people are using on their own places can kind of be captured in an email. So if we can use that, that's great. So our SSG email list is found under Fusion Core, under Miscellaneous, to SSG email list. As soon as you click on the button, it'll have an email address up there. So this is where you would request a subscription to the emailing list. So you would put your email address in there. And then if you wanted to send an email to all of the Fusion customers, so anybody who's signed up for that list, you'd click on this link here, and it would open it up in your email account. And you would type in whatever question you have, whether it's you're looking for a report that shows this, this, and this. Does anybody have it? Or I'm not really sure how to use the lot protocol window. Does anybody have an afternoon where we can get together? Or this is a very valuable tool that is very underused for sure. And then, yeah, if for whatever reason you want to unsubscribe, you can do that. Changing emails or if whatever, anything you want to do, it's pretty simple. So that's a nice way of doing it. You can also log on to the I'll send a link out to the email list. It'll just be a link that goes directly to the Google Groups site for ssgfusion.com, and there you'll find a historical list of every thread that we've talked about since the beginning. So 2015 February, that was our first chat. So this is a very nice tool to be able to go back and take a look. So some of this stuff is obviously going to be a little bit outdated as we change and do upgrades, but there's some information here that is still very valuable for sure.